What are 5 movies you should be watching right now? Find out in my latest recommendations video. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody, and welcome to Mid-Level Media. I'm Ken, and I'm here to recommend to you 5 films that you should absolutely, definitely be checking out right now. So this is kind of going off of my horror recommendations that I did during the month of October. Every week I called out 7 films. My last week I did 10 films. Those videos were pretty popular. They got a lot of attention, so I thought I would come back with just a random recommendation. Not necessarily horror, although there will be some horror involved as always. I'm a massive horror fan, but just me kind of having a conversation with you guys casually about 5 movies. You know, some of these I've seen recently, some I've seen a year ago, some I've seen 5 years ago. Just some random recommendations to kind of get you through the week, you know. And definitely, guys, if you do decide to watch one of these films that I'm recommending to you today, or if you have any thoughts on any of these films that I'm recommending to you today, definitely leave that in the comments section below. And also, if you like videos like this and want to support videos like this and support me and support this channel, go ahead and hit that like button for me right now. And also, if you haven't yet become a subscriber of the Mid-Level Media channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I do all kinds of great content on this channel centered around the world of movies, physical media, Blu-rays, 4Ks, all of that great stuff. I do a physical media report every Monday where I run down all the latest new releases for the week. I also do Blu-ray hunting videos. I do thrift store hunting videos. I do reviews, I do recommendations like this, just all kinds of amazing content on this channel. I'm currently doing a slasher review series of all of the Friday the 13th films that drop every single Friday. I'm reviewing every episode of The Mandalorian, which started yesterday. I reviewed episode 1 of that, but all the episodes after that will take place on Sunday evening. So just all kinds of great movie, physical media based content on this channel that I would definitely love for you to come be a part of this community. But let's get into these recommendations, guys, because I want this to be kind of quick. I won't go too much in depth with them, but obviously I'm going to give my thoughts, give my opinions on the films, and I'm going to tell you where you can stream them. I'm going to tell you where you can buy them if you're a physical media collector. And for your convenience, I tried to pick films. I tried my best to pick films that you can stream if you have these streaming services, ones that you don't have to rent. I do have one on here that I thought was on a streaming service, and I found out right before I went to do this video that it's no longer on that streaming service anymore. So you do have to rent it if you want to watch it or purchase the physical media disc. But let's get into my number 1 recommendation for this week. It is a film called What Keeps You Alive, and the director is Colin Minhan, and this is actually currently on Netflix. Now, this is a 2018 film, and it's kind of what I would classify as a thriller survival horror movie. It stars 2 female leads. They are together. They are a couple. They're on a kind of a getaway together, just a retreat to one girl's childhood home where she grew up. And then one of the leads discovers that the other one isn't who she thought she was. And it's a really tense, thrilling, brutal movie. It has some really brutal sequences in it. I quite enjoyed it. I caught it over the weekend on Netflix, so I definitely recommend you checking that one out. It's only about an hour and 40 minutes, and it moves pretty quick. It's just a very tense, thrilling a film that I would definitely recommend. So you can purchase the Blu-ray of that for $16.96 right now. Currently, that is a little steep for an older Blu-ray of that, but you know, it's a good film if you want to purchase it. I would recommend watching it on Netflix first, though, before purchasing the disc at that price point. So the next one, guys, is a Stanley Kubrick film. It's called The Killing, and this is a part of my Stanley Kubrick month-long event that I am promoting on Instagram right now, a month of Kubrick, where I'm going back and watching and reviewing all of Stanley Kubrick's films. I am also encouraging the film community to make posts on Stanley Kubrick, to review his films as well, to tag me in them, and I will share that post in my stories. So if you guys want to take part of that, if you are on Instagram, I'll leave the information down below for that, and you can take part in that as well, or follow me on Instagram, Mid-Level Movie Reviews, to get more information on that. But I watched The Killing, which is what I would call his first official film. He did direct a couple shorter films before that, about an hour-long films. But I started with The Killing in 1956. And of course, this is director Stanley Kubrick. This is available on Amazon Prime right now for free. And yeah, this was a really tense crime thriller, what I would call kind of a heist movie, where a group of robbers are teaming up to do this heist on a racetrack. There's some shady stuff involved. One of the double crosses and turns, and just some really good performances, some really good direction by Stanley Kubrick. Of course, he's a master. He's just finding his footing with this film, and I really enjoyed this one quite a bit. So like I said, it's available for free right now on Amazon Prime if you have that subscription service, which who doesn't have Amazon Prime in 2020 at this point? The Criterion, though, if you're a Criterion collector, that is $24 right now on Amazon.com, but you might want to wait because I know that Criterion sale might be going on sometime in November. So yeah, definitely check out The Killing. It's a great first Stanley Kubrick film. Next up, guys, my number 3 recommendation is The Peanut Butter Falcon, which is available on Hulu right now. This film came out in 2019, last year, directed by Tyler Nelson and Michael Schwartz, starring Shia LaBeouf, Dakota Johnson, Zach Gunsagan, the kid with Down syndrome. It's got Mick Foley in it. It's got Jake the Snake Roberts. It's got so many people in it. It's about a kid with Down syndrome that wants to be a professional wrestler. He hooks up with Shia LaBeouf, who's on the run from these people that he's pissed off. And it's just a really fun kind of Tom and Huck style adventure film with great chemistry between Shia LaBeouf and this kid. Just a beautiful relationship between them. Shia LaBeouf, to be honest, I don't think he's been better in any film. Maybe Honey Boy from last year, but this is like my favorite Shia LaBeouf performance, and the movie's fantastic. Definitely check out The Peanut Butter Falcon. The Blu-ray, I actually saw on the Blu-ray hunt that I did this week, it is $10 right now at Target if you want to go pick that up there, if your local Target has it. It's also $10 on Amazon.com. This one I would absolutely recommend picking up on Blu-ray. It's just an excellent film. It was one of my top 10 films of 2019. I love this movie. It's such a feel-good, emotional, heartfelt journey. Great film is The Peanut Butter Falcon, so definitely check that one out. Number 4 on my list, guys, I'm going all the way back to 1931, and I'm talking about M, directed by Fritz Lang. This movie blew my mind when I watched it earlier this year, and this is the one I was talking about because this was available on HBO Max a couple of months ago. When I first watched it. This is one of the first ones that I watched from that Turner Classic Collection section on HBO Max. And this movie, like I said, blew me away. Peter Lorre as this child murderer who's kind of in the shadows and abducting these children throughout this film. I didn't even know they made films like this in 1931. That's how much this film just kind of blew my mind. It is so ahead of its time. Like, this is definitely inspiration for like crime thrillers like Seven, a lot of David Fincher films, to be quite honest with you. So the fact that this movie was made 90 years ago, it speaks to just what you can find when you go back and visit these classic films and just see like where the filmmakers today, the filmmakers that you think are so innovative, the ones that are coming up with all the new ideas, the ones that you think are just breaking all of this ground. Most of them got all this stuff from what came before, and obviously they're expanding upon it and doing different things with it. But M is just such a mind-blowing film for the time that it came out, and I absolutely recommend that you go back and watch this film. Like I said, you can rent it on Vudu and Amazon for $2.99. It's no longer available on HBO Max. The Criterion edition of that is $25.23 right now on Amazon. I recommend getting it. It's a fantastic movie. I absolutely would blind buy it, and getting it for those special features alone is probably worth it. The DVD is $5.99 right now on Amazon, so if you want to pay a little cheaper and get a little bit lower quality, $5.99 is probably good, but that Criterion probably looks gorgeous. The movie itself is a gorgeous film. So let's get into my number 5, guys. My number 5, I'm going to 1996, and I'm going to recommend to you guys a Coen Brothers film called Fargo. And Fargo is absolutely fantastic. Great performance by Frances McDormand. This is maybe, I'm trying to think, it's probably my number 2 Coen Brothers film behind No Country for Old Men. I love this movie and only recently saw it about 3 years ago. The Blu-ray for this is available right now for $13.98. That is a little steep, and I could have sworn I saw it at Walmart in the Blu-ray bin a few weeks ago for like $5. So hit up your local Walmart, see if they might have it for a little bit cheaper. But it is also on Netflix, guys, to view right now if you have Netflix streaming service, and it's on Amazon Prime. So if you have not seen Fargo, I believe it was nominated for Best Picture that year. It is a crime, thriller, mystery, suspense, all of the above. It's a fantastic film directed by the Coen brothers. definitely check out Fargo. But that does it, guys, for my 5 recommendations, my 5 movies that you need to be watching right now. Definitely check those films out. Let me know if you checked them out in the comments below. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel for more great content, and we'll see you next time.